Here, for example, ABCD is a quadrilateral, as you see here. Okay. And AB is parallel to DC. Let's take our notes. AB here is parallel to DC, as you see. And measure of angle AMB is 70. This angle is 70. And measure of angle MBC 40. And measure of angle MED is 30. You know what I want? I want to prove that ABCD is a parallelogram. How can we prove that this shape is a parallelogram? This shape is a parallelogram if we managed to prove that AD is parallel to BC, then the shape will be a parallelogram. So here what I won't reach that AD is parallel to BC. And we have a given. This given is a part of a solution, which is AB is parallel to DC. Now, how can we prove that they are parallel? Look here, this angle is 70. So we can get this angle easily. It's 110. Okay, this angle is 110. And we have here a triangle. So this triangle is 180. So we can get this angle here. This angle will be 110 plus 40, it's a 50, 150. So this angle will be 30. And after getting this 30, we will notice that here we have 30, and here we have 30. This angle here is 30, and this angle here is 30. That leads to get two parallel sides. So the shape is a parallelogram because we have a given. This given AB is parallel to DC, and I managed to prove that AD is parallel to BC. So this shape is a parallelogram. Once again, we will find the size of this angle here. This angle is BMC. BMC equals 110 because this is a straight line. And we can get this angle from the triangle. The triangle is 180. So we have 110 plus 40 is 150. And also we can get this angle because this angle here is an exterior angle of the triangle. Here, this angle here, which is 70. I focus on this part of the quadrilateral. This angle is 70. It's AMB, and this angle is an exterior angle. And you know that the exterior angle equals the sum of two non-adjacent interior angles. So this 70 is equal to 40 plus measure of this angle here. So we can get this angle MBC equals 30 in one step. Just we have here we have in this triangle, we have an exterior angle here. This angle is an exterior angle. Okay, let's use another color. This angle here is an exterior angle. So this angle 70 is equal to 40 plus what? This angle is going to be 30. You are going to write since angle AMB is an exterior angle of triangle MBC. Then measure of angle AMB is equal to measure of angle. Write the angle using three letters. MBC is equal to the angle MBC plus measure of angle MCB. So from that measure of angle MCB is equal to 70 minus 40 equals 30. That is the first information we can get. After that, look at here, this side, AD. Look at this side here, AD. And this angle here is 30. And look at this side here only, just focus on them. This is CB. This angle is 30 and this angle is 30. That leads to get two parallel sides. Do you know why? Because we have two equal alternate angles. They are two equal alternate angles. So right here, since measure of angle DAC is equal to measure of angle ACB equal 30, and they are two alternate angles. They are two alternate angles. Then AD, from this information, AD, then AD is parallel to BC. That what I reached. That what I reached. It's AD is parallel to BC. And we have an important information, which is AB is parallel to DC. That what is written here. So this is the second information given to us. From 1 and 2, we deduce that from 1 and 2, we deduce that ABCD is a parallelogram. And the opposite figure, ABCD is a quadrilateral and E belongs to BC. Just, I encourage you to take your notes. E belongs to BC. Here it's E belongs to BC. That is the meaning of E belongs to BC, CB. That means they are them collinear, or they lie on one straight line. That's what I want to say. And here we have a given measure of angle ECD is equal to measure of angle EBA here, EBA, and is equal to measure of angle. You know, we can put, instead of that, we can put X. Instead of these angles, we can put here X, angle X, and here angle X, and here angle X. Okay, the three angles are equal. And to prove that the shape is a parallelogram, if we managed to prove that each two opposite angles, for instance, are equal, so the shape is a parallelogram. Here we have this angle is X, so we can get this angle. Do you know this angle is going to be what? It's going to be 180 minus X, measure of angle ABC. Is equal to 180 minus X, this angle here. How can we get measure of angle D? You know, the shape is a quadrilateral, and the quadrilateral, any quadrilateral, the sum of its interior angles is 360. So here you will get measure of angle D here. It's 360 minus the sum of the three angles, and the three angles here are X plus X plus 180 minus X. So it's 360 minus. Cancel X and X, minus X. So we are left with X plus 180. Then multiply this negative here by all terms inside the bracket. So it will be 360 minus X minus 180. So 360 minus 180, it's 180 minus X. So this angle is 180 minus X. So what do you see here? We observe that each two opposite angles are equal, because this angle is 180 minus X, and this angle is 180 minus X. And this angle is X, and the opposite angle is X. And that happens in the parallelogram. And also we have another solutions, many solutions. We have many solutions to prove that the shape is a parallelogram. What I used here in this proof, I used that if we have each, or there are two each opposite angles are equal, so the shape is a parallelogram, because the parallelogram, you will find in the parallelogram each two opposite angles are equal. And there is another solution we can use to prove that the shape is a parallelogram. Here we have this angle here and this angle, they are equal as written here. So we can say since measure of angle A equals measure of angle ABE, and they are two alternate angles, and they are two alternate angles, then AD is parallel to BE. And BE, as I said at the very beginning, BE and CB are on the same line. So because since E belongs to CB ray, so we can say that AD is parallel to BC. This is number one. And here we have this angle here. As you see here, I'm going to draw the part from the drawing that I want. This angle here is equal to this angle, and this angle is ABE, and this angle is C. Because they are equal, so AB is parallel to CD. Do you know why? Because they are two corresponding angles. That's what I'm going to write. Since measure of angle ABE is equal to measure of angle C, and they are two corresponding angles. Then AB is parallel to CD. That is number two. From 1 and 2, the shape ABCD is a parallelogram. The shape ABCD is a parallelogram. Here in the opposite figure, ABCD is a quadrilateral, and I want to prove that ABCD is a parallelogram. How can we prove that ABCD is a parallelogram? Look here. We can get this angle easily because this is a triangle. So since ABE is a triangle, then measure of angle B is equal to 180 minus 70 plus 45. So that is going to be 180 minus 70 plus 45, 115. So it will be 65. This angle is 65. You know, I want to focus on the quadrilateral. It's not the parallelogram till now. Here, it's a quadrilateral. We deal with it as a quadrilateral, four sides only. We have angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D. And this angle is 65, and this angle is 65. Here we have 115. You know, we can ignore the triangle. We can ignore AE and try to find the measure of angle A, because ABCD is a quadrilateral. So right, since ABCD is a quadrilateral, four sides, so we can find the measure of angle BAD. How can we get it? We can get it at 360 minus the sum of the three angles we have, 65 plus 115 plus 65 is going to be 115. So here angle A is 115. What do you notice? We notice that each two opposite angles are equal. So the shape is a parallelogram. So right here, since measure of angle A is equal to measure of angle C, and the measure of angle B is equal to measure of angle D, then ABCD is a parallelogram. And the opposite figure, ABCD is a rhombus, and BD is a diagonal in it, and measure of angle ABD is 62. I want to find with proof measure of angle A. The properties of the rhombus, the diagonal bisects the vertex angle. So this angle is 62, and this angle 62, and also this angle 62, and this angle 62, because the diagonal bisects the vertex angle. And from that, we can get measure of angle A, because the triangle is 180. So just you write since A, B, C, D is a rhombus. Then, and you will mention that BD is a diagonal. You will mention that BD is a diagonal. Then measure of angle ABD, here this angle, is equal to measure of angle ADB, is equal to measure of angle ADB equals 62. And then we can get measure of angle A, because since ABD is a triangle, then measure of angle A equals 180 minus 62 plus 62, which is equal to 180 minus 4, and here it's 12. 180 minus 124, which is going to be 6, and here 7 minus 2, 5, it's 56 degrees. And we can use another solution to get it. We can say that BD is a diagonal, so this angle DBC is going to be equal 62. So 62 and 62 equals 100. 6, 2 plus 2, 4, and 6 plus 6 is 12, 124. We can get A because they are two consecutive angles, and the two consecutive angles add up to 180. So it's 180 minus 124 equals 56. Here in the opposite figure, AD is equal to BD. As you see here, AD is equal to BD. And AX, take your notes, is parallel to BC. AX is parallel to BC. They are parallel. Okay. I want to prove that Y is the midpoint of XC. You know, in that triangle, if we have a line segment joining between the two midpoints of two sides of a triangle, midpoint here and midpoint here. So this side will parallel to this side, and the length of this side is equal to the half of the length of this side. Okay. So we have midpoint, so they are parallel. Midpoint, and parallel, and the length equals half. Here in the triangle, just to focus on the triangle ABC. In the triangle ABC, E is the midpoint and D is the midpoint. And this works in triangle only. So we need to get a triangle, and D is the midpoint here, and E is the midpoint here. So ED is parallel to BC. ED is parallel to BC. That's what I reached, because we have two midpoints, and we have a line segment joining the two midpoints. So you're right, since D is the midpoint of AB, and E is the midpoint of AC, then DE is parallel to BC. They are parallel. And because Y in the extension of DE. So we can say that YE also is parallel to BC, because Y, okay, belongs to DE ray. That means Y in the direction of DE. So also we can say that YE is parallel to BC. Just to take your notes. This is number 1 here. And we have a given information, which is AX is parallel to BC. AX here is parallel to BC. Okay. Don't care about writing, just care about understanding. So AX is parallel to BC. Here, AX is parallel to BC. And DE is parallel to BC. So we can say that the 3 sides are parallel, because all of them are parallel to one side. Once again. So what we are going to write, we are going to write, since D is the midpoint of AB and E is the midpoint of AC, then DE is parallel to BC. Just write here number 1. And don't write a lot, just write the most important. Here we have a given information, which is AX is parallel to BC. That is a given information. So here we have DE parallel to BC, and also we have AX parallel to BC. So from 1 and 2, we deduce that DE here is parallel to AX. Just to focus on DE and AX only. Focus on DE here and AX. Because E in the direction of DE, so we can say YE is parallel to XY. YE here in this triangle, here, YE is parallel to XY. So we write, since Y belongs to DE ray, then YE is parallel to AX. They are parallel. Just focus now on this triangle. We have E as a midpoint, E midpoint, and EY parallel to AX, EY parallel to AX. Then you will get Y as a midpoint of XC, because we have midpoint, or we have bisect, as you remember, bisect, parallel. In this triangle, only we have bisect, and we have parallel sides. So this side is parallel to this side. So we will deduce that Y is the midpoint of XC. So here we write in this triangle, since in triangle AXC, E is the midpoint of AC. E is the midpoint of AC, and EY is parallel to AX. We have midpoint and we have parallel. We will deduce that, then Y bisect this XC. Then Y bisect this XC. Or Y is the midpoint of XC. That's what I want to prove. I hope you enjoyed this session. See you in the coming revision 3. Because we have finished revision 1 and this is revision 2, and wait for revision 3. Goodbye.